Hello, greetings. Welcome to our fifth class. We're going to look into our fourth objective. Remember what I've said, we're going to split into two, the multiplication of algebraic expressions, okay? Now, let's look into this and see. So we're going to start with something special, and we're going to apply this until your grade 12. So special product that lead to difference of two squares. So difference of two squares. So in this case here, we have got, if we have got terms here that are same terms that are adding, and also same terms that are what called subtracting. When we have those two binomials multiplying together, our answer there should be equals to a squared minus b squared. This is what we call difference of two squares. So if ever you see the brackets, they are adding, the terms are adding and also subtracting, and they know that that's difference of two squares, okay? But again, you need to understand this is not the same. Let me just show you something here. If we've got a minus a plus b, then b minus a, that's not equal to a squared minus b squared. That's not the same, okay, guys? Because remember here what we have got the first, the adding, but now the second term is now subtracting the first term in the first bracket, okay? So it's now different now, different story. But if they are in the same order, but adding and subtracting, whichever way, even if we are to start with a minus b, a plus b is still give us the same thing, okay? Because we are saying is difference of two squares. So for example here, what we have here is that x plus 6, x minus 6, this is going to be x squared minus 6 squared, which is going to be equals to x squared minus 36. Okay, so for those that know the previous method we're using, so we're saying if we are multiplying these two here, we say x in a bracket, x minus 6. The first bracket is multiplying the second bracket. Then if we are to do it long way, 6x minus 6. Then here we're going to say x squared. X times 6 going to give minus 6x. Then here 6 times x going to be plus 6x. Then 6 times negative 6 going to give us negative 36. Okay, what we see is that these two cancel because negative 6 plus 6x. Then here is going to give us x squared minus 36, okay, which is the same answer that we have here. So we can just do it in a short way because we know that the first terms, the same terms are adding and subtracting. Okay, we're going to be talking about this where we also need to go back. But now this is expanding. But now when you're going back there, we'll be actually factorizing. Okay, factorization. So factorization. So we'll talk about it in the next class. Now, let's look at this one here. How are we going to solve this one here? We have got 3x. So we're going to say first term, 3x, we squared, okay, minus the second term is 4y, then you also squared. Then 3x squared is going to give us 9x squared minus 4x going to give us 16y squared. Okay, so this becomes our final answer. Now, let's look at this one here. What do we see in this case here? This is the same term. This is the same term. And what is happening here? We are adding, and here we are subtracting. So now when you're taking this one, you're taking 3x minus 4 as it is. So it's going to be 3x minus 4. We square that minus y squared. Now, when we do that, we are going to expand this first bracket here because we can't just leave our answer like that. We need to simplify. Like what we have done here, we couldn't just leave as 3x squared like that. We had to expand it and actually give the answer. So let's simplify this one here. It's going to be 3x. So 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4, that's what it means here, minus y squared. Then we know what we have done in the previous class. We separate these two here, 3x minus 4. We know that the first term here is multiplying everything. The second term also is multiplying everything in the bracket, minus 4, 3x minus 4. Then here, minus y squared, okay? Then 3x here is going to be 9x squared minus 3x times going to give us 12x. Then here minus 12x. Then here plus 16. Then minus y squared. Then this is going to be 9x squared minus 24 because these are like terms. Negative 12, negative 12, negative 12x plus 16 minus y squared. This becomes our final answer like that. Okay, now let's look into the next slide here. What we are doing here, we are squaring binomials. Let me teach you the shortcut here. We don't need to expand like what we have done in the previous slide. Here we can just remember that if we have got a plus b, if we are to square that, our answer there should be equals to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. That's what we need to understand. So here we take the first term, we square it. Then in the second term there, we're going to say 2 times a plus a times b. Then the last term here is going to be just b squared. Let's try to practice it here. So here in this case here, we have got x plus 7 squared. We're going to take the first term, it's squared, then plus 2. What is our a there? It's x. What is our b? It's 7. Then here, plus 7 squared. Then here is going to be x squared plus 2 times 7 is going to be 14. X plus 49. Okay, this becomes our final answer. What about the next, the second one here? We can say that we have a negative here, but still, let's stick to our rules, okay? When we stick to our rules, what's going to happen? We're going to get the same answer. We're going to get the correct answer. So 3a, we square that because that's our first term. Then here, plus, remember, 2. What is our first term? 3a. What is our last term? Negative 4. Then here, plus 4 squared. Then here in this case, what are we going to have here? It's going to be 9a squared. But now 2 times 3 is going to give us 6 times negative 4 is going to give us what is it? Negative what is going to give us here? Negative 24. Okay, negative 24a plus 16. Okay, this becomes our final answer. So just a reminder here, if we have a minus b, we are squaring that. Your answer should come as a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So just watch out the sign there. When there's a minus, there should be a minus here. When there's a plus here, there should be a plus here. Okay, so that's what you need to just to remember there. When there's a minus here, you must also remember it should be a minus here. But 2ab is still going to be the same thing. Now let's look into the next slide there. 4a minus 3ab squared. We're going to take 4 outside in this case here because we need to deal with this bracket first. So what have we learned? We learned that we square that plus what is our, we get 2 with first term is a, second term is negative 3b, okay? Then last term is plus 3b. We put in a bracket. Whenever you are having 2 terms, in this case here, let's say we are multiples. If I can say multiples, you must put in a bracket and square. Okay, that's what you need to learn to do. Now here, let's look at this one here. We have 4, we take it down like that, a squared. Then in this case here, 2 times negative 3 is going to give us negative 6ab, okay? Then here, plus 3 times 3 is going to give us 9, then b squared. Okay, then here 4, we take 4 inside. 4 times a is going to be 4a squared minus 4 times 6 is going to give us 24ab, then plus 4 times 9 is going to give us 36b squared. This becomes our final answer. What about this one here? Remember, we stick to our rules. What do? First term, we take it, we say negative 3x, we square that, plus 2, what is our a? Is negative 3x. What is our b? It's 5y, okay? Plus 5y. We put it in bracket because since they are multiples, we square like that. Then now when we do this, what are we going to get there? We're going to say 3 times 3, negative 3 times negative 3 is going to give us, when you square here, we're going to get a positive. Are we together? Even if we're having a negative here, we're still going to get, what is it? A positive. Then what do we have here? We're going to get 9 x squared. Then here 2 times negative 3 is going to give us negative 6 plus times 5 is going to give us negative 30 x y. Okay, then plus 5y squared is going to give us 25 y squared. Okay, this becomes our final answer. Okay, so we know what I do. I give you guys work to do, to practice, so that you can see if we are coming all right. Okay, so don't forget to join the the Google Classroom. Contact me there, then I'll show you how to join so that you don't miss anything and you'll be prepared for anything until your final exams. Thank you so much. Goodbye.